and Joan. Welcome to Tip Tuesday with Joan and Priya.
Yay!
Yay!
That's
So
a new series that we're doing.
Yes, we are so excited to be bringing this to you. We are providing you with more important and great content for you to use for your small business. And we're kicking it off with our fabulous first guest.
This is one of our favorites. This is Alyssa Peek. And Alyssa Peek did our headshots 2 years ago, January. We just realized it was 2 years ago in January. Wow. We're so honored that she did it. They're still amazing and we still use them all the time. We're going to show you them throughout this video so you can see. And this is our first in a series because everybody right now is WFH, working from home.
Yes.
We want Alyssa, who's a headshot photographer, and she's also a virtual presence coach. You like that?
I love that.
So today we're talking all about heck yes, because that's our series this month, how to lead with impact while you're virtual and while you're using Zoom and while you're communicating virtually with the people in your life so we can keep a safe distance, guys.
Yes.
So I'm going to turn this right over to our guest speaker, Alyssa Peek. Yay! I love this one.
Thank you so much for having me on. I love being on your show, and thanks for having me back. My name is Alyssa Peek. I am a headshot photographer in New York City, and I'm now pivoting to be a virtual presence coach. So I have been booked all week helping people who are calling me saying, how do I show up online and be powerful in a meeting? And so I'm going to show you my tips and tricks on how to be powerful on Zoom. And the first thing I want to say is choose which room you're going to be in. That's the most important thing, because no matter what we're going to do after that, if we have to know where you're going to be. For me, I chose this spot in my house because it will never get dirty. And, you know, I don't put stuff on the back things. I could still put stuff on the stairs. You're not going to see it. I can have stuff on the sofa, but when I'm on screen, it's clean. And I think a really clean background is important. At the same time, you can brand your background. I worked with a client the other day who takes trips to Paris and shops associate Eiffel Towers. So we moved the Eiffel Towers around. I've had people clean up their backgrounds and put plants or put a candle on. So really think about your background and what your background says about your brand and where you want to be. So that's number one. Now that we know what room you're going to be in, there's two really important things. One is lighting, and the other one is camera positioning. So we're going to start with camera positioning first. So when I do my headshots, I am always saying to my client, my camera represents the porthole to your target audience. And I need you to look at your target audience in the eye. So the other thing I always talk about is how your headshot on your profile picture is your handshake. So if I were to shake your hand, I'm going to look you in the eye. That's a powerful handshake and a powerful presence. So I want your camera to be eye level, right? And so I'm going to show you behind the scenes what's going on here. So what's going on here is that I'm in my living room and I have the window light, but I still need extra lighting. And I have my computer on a crate, being a plastic thing, and then I found the number of books that I need. Now I have all this purpose for all the books that I never read, and I have it on a certain, level, so I'm eye level. And then the other thing that I have is this. It happens to be a desk lamp. It's kind of like a weird desk lamp, but I also have that on a crate, because what I realized is that when it wasn't on the crate, it was blocking, the back of my camera was blocking my face. Right? So if I'm on my desk and now I'm blocked, do you really want to raise the light that's coming onto you so you're not blocking the back of the computer? Then I also put an additional light I just took from a bedroom and just kind of here, just a little fill light. Now I'm going to show you what it would look like if I did not have these lights on. So if I didn't have these lights on, it's not terrible. Right? I'm not sitting in the dark. I still have all these windows here, but look at the difference. And so what I've been telling people to do is go grab all the lights in your house, put them behind your computer, raise them up. The most important thing is that your face is lit up. So that's A really, really important point. If you do have natural light and you can sit by a window, absolutely sit by the window. But we're trying to combine sitting by the window with a decent backdrop.
Yep.
Right? So I've had clients that I worked with this week where they're like, oh, my desk is built into my wall and my window's behind me. So then they're getting backlit, almost like boudoir photography, sexy lit, and I can't see their face.
Yeah.
And I've literally had them like reverse their entire room for this quarantine period, at least, so that their window light is on their face, and then we've merchandised and decorated their background. So think about that. But I do think it's, you know, if you have kids and you want your kids' art up, that's part of who you are. Totally cool. Don't hide, you know, part of your personality. You can also rebrand who you are. So, so that's another thing. Number two is be able to be comfortable in where you're sitting in posture. So if I were to be really sitting back on my sofa and having a conversation with you, I could be back here. And now look at my presence compared to sitting up straight and being on a business meeting. The furthest, so this is what I teach in my headshots, that if your hands are on the same geometric plane and one hand goes back further, it becomes smaller. Now we know my hands are the same size, but they appear much smaller. So the further you are from the camera, the smaller you get and the less presence you have. So it's really important that you're sit up. And so what I also have is 2 pillows. I have 2 pillows here, and it gets even better. I am actually sitting on an ironing board. I don't know if you could see that.
Oh my God, I love that.
After a few days of sitting here, I'm like, my back is killing me. And so I was like, what do I have that I could sit on that's hard?
Great
and
idea.
So, yeah, so this is my setup. And so when I'm on screen, you don't see all this chaos. You know, I have my Zoom clothes. So I also keep this here. And now that the weather's changing, I don't own that much color. I'm really running out of color. But when I'm on Zoom, I always try and wear color.
Yeah.
So especially if I'm on a meeting, excuse me, especially if I'm in a meeting with multiple people and I maybe don't know everyone, I really do try and put on a color. It does 2 things. One, it helps you be seen and stand out from everyone who is wearing probably black or gray. And number 2 is it makes you look happy. Right? So color really makes you look happy. And I always suggest this, again, in the headshot sessions that I do. I really, really, really try and get people out of wearing black. Black is a very heavy color. Black absorbs all the light, and it really will make you look pale. And it's also, it doesn't make you look happy. You know, people look, as soon as you put color on, it's about raising your vibration. And I'm all about, you know, raising your vibration. You girls did so good today. I love it. I love it.
Calming. Blue is calming. So
what's that?
Blue is calming, right?
Blue is calming. Blue is calming. And so then you know, I also think it's showing up with respect. Showing up respect for a business meeting. I get up every morning. Joan just asked me to do this. I ran upstairs, I showered. And you know, I shower, I put on makeup, and I'm on. It's like being on a TV show. And I think that there is respect for the office, respect that you're still getting paid for a job, respect that you're still offering services. Listen, when I had brunch on Sunday with my girlfriends on Zoom, I said, no makeup. No, I am not. I'm done. Like, it's Sunday. But when you're showing up for a business meeting, just yesterday, I helped a woman. She found me online, and she has an interview tomorrow for a CEO position. And she was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And she originally started on the sofa. And the sofa was like eating her up, and she didn't look professional. We moved her into the dining room, and we set up her light, and we worked with her posture. So even if you're sitting in a dining room chair, like, really make sure you have lumbar support in the back so that you're sitting up straight. So we worked on her posture, we worked on her lighting, we worked on her wardrobe, we worked on her camera positioning and her background. And now she's empowered to have this interview for a really big position and feel good about it.
Those are such great tips. And in fact, I'm finding myself doing them. I mean, you and I have talked prior to this so that I could have the right setup. And Priya and I have been doing this in my home. So I'm using the same setup, but it's making me stop and go, well, maybe these things that you see behind don't need to be here.
Yeah.
I'm going to clean up my apartment anyway. but maybe also I can change the ring light to be a little bit more of a neutral. Maybe it needs an orange glow as opposed to, I almost look almost a little green in this light right now. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I agree with that. And of course,
in my, oh yeah, I love it. Love that.
I have the bedhead. I need to move this around. So my kids
sessions in my kitchen, and I was like, there's no way I'm keeping my kitchen clean like every minute of the day. Like I had to move out of there.
Yeah. And I have my kids doing homeschooling or virtual school in the next room. I have no other space. They're in their rooms, the living room, the kitchen, like I have to be in the bedroom and doing this. So I have to figure out a space in here to set up. That's not just.
Alyssa, maybe you two could talk later and she could take time and show you where you could position yourself.
Yeah.
I
need to clean out the laundry though. I'm facing laundry.
Move it and hide it.
I have some more Zoom tips. I don't know if everyone knows, you ladies probably do, that there's a Zoom face filter. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah. And I should use it. Let me use it right now.
There is?
If you go to click on your photo on your video right now and you see those it says mute and there's 3 little dots. Oh no, wait, wrong place. Go where it says stop video at the bottom.
At the bottom,
there's a little carrot. And then it says video settings and you'll see touch up my appearance.
Yep. Ooh.
So that's another tip. Then another tip, and this is really Zoom etiquette, that if you are going to get up and leave a meeting to go to the bathroom or go get another coffee or let your dog out, watching this happen is annoying. Right? And then what it does is it leaves a hole and there's emptiness here. And it's like Alyssa's missing. Alyssa's not here. And so the other pet peeve I have is when people are like walking around, like follow me around my house. And it's so distracting to the other people on the session and in the meeting. Yep. So this is a really important tip. If you go to your, click on your own video set picture right now, you see the mute and 3 little dots. And under the dots, it says stop video. So when I stop my video, Joan and I are still presently in this meeting. Not Priya, because she doesn't have a picture.
This is a great example.
Right, so I can still be talking to you and you still get a sense that I am actually talking to you versus an empty hole. And I can get up and go away and go to the bathroom without disrupting the meeting. I come back from going to the bathroom or getting my coffee and I start my video again after I'm settled and no one saw me get up, walk away, just the camera's not following me. You don't see an empty hole. And I think this is a really, really, really important tip because I know that when I'm attending meetings and someone carries their camera around, I might get dizzy watching them.
I literally did a networking event the other night and it was dinner time and I needed to heat up my dinner and eat it. I was starving and I needed to listen to the meeting. So I did exactly that tip, put my picture up, put it on mute. Also, don't forget.
Oh, mute's another one.
There was that whole big thing where the woman went to the bathroom.
I was just going to tell that. That's my public service. I'll tell you. This is my public service announcement. I saw a video the other day it's going viral on YouTube. If you do Zoom from your phone, it is not like FaceTime. And FaceTime, you see your picture and you see the person you're talking to. But on Zoom, you only see the host. And so you think that your picture is not on because you don't see yourself. And this woman was in a group meeting, everyone's picture's on the screen, and she went to the bathroom with her phone. And she went to the bathroom and it recorded the whole thing.
Put it down. I know.
Oh my God.
Yes. And so this is my public service announcement. Zoom calls on your phone are recording you, even if you don't see your picture.
Oh my God. She must have been so embarrassed.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, putting yourself on mute is a great tip.
Putting yourself on mute is an amazing tip. What's that, Joni?
So both the mute and the video mute. So you got to do both. Because if you put it on only video mute, they can still hear things going on in the background.
I know, I made the mistake last night. So, okay, yeah, I had to take a phone call and I didn't realize. But yes, you have to do both. Really, really important. But also like some other Zoom etiquette is like, I don't like eating on Zoom.
Right.
Right? It's like you're on stage.
What
Would
about
you eat a sandwich
drinking?
on stage? No, I don't mind drinks. And especially with the COVID-19 where they're telling us to drink hot drinks all the time. I think that is, they actually say sip water every 15 minutes and hot water. So all for the drinking, but you know, someone eating a sandwich, if you need to eat your sandwich, put your picture up, eat your sandwich, and then come back. And I did the same thing. I had a prep dinner the other night. I put in the chat room, I'm prepping for dinner, like I'm still here. I'm just putting my picture up.
Absolutely. But also don't forget to put the mute, because if you're prepping for dinner and they hear everything and they're having a conversation, that's not very professional.
Yeah. And the same for kids.
Someone should probably give you that option of stop video plus mute.
I know, right?
They should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are my tips on how to show up with impact. And so I'm offering one-on-one sessions. And for the first 5 people that sign up for a one-on-one session, it's free. And after that, there is a charge that is a discounted charge during the COVID-19 quarantine.
Pandemic quarantine.
But I am here to help you in on the one-on-one sessions. We look at your individual space, find out what works for you. And while you go look for the lamps and the books, I'm there to help critique you and help you be powerful to lead on Zoom.
Thank you so much for offering that to our people.
Yes, you're so welcome. This was so much fun.
And Alyssa and I are going to be doing one right after this. She's going to give me some feedback on how I'm doing here in our home studio. Look, I moved and the light changed, right?
Yes.
Exactly, the light
moved and the light changed. And then Priya will work on you, getting you off.
I got to clean first.
Listen, it's hard, especially because those of us that are all in New York City, this is a challenge right now because we don't have a lot of space.
You know, Priya, another idea is if you have a nice, big, beautiful scarf, you can just maybe drape it and just cover that stuff during your Zoom call.
Maybe not that scarf, because that may distract us. It's a little sparkly and stuff, and it's not going to cover the whole wall.
I would say something a little happier, but I'm just saying, like, if this is your space.
Like a whole big thing behind you, yeah.
I mean, I had a client the other day, we literally, like, rearranged her. We took pictures off the wall, moved it another piece of furniture, curated it, because she was a teacher at Columbia, and she needed to teach classes, and so we made it like she was in this beautiful studio.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, this would be great because all these online classes are happening right now, so I see the teachers teaching my kids on their video, and some of the videos, they're dark, you know, they're not properly lit. So this would actually be great tips for school teachers.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I was even thinking last night, the teacher was in the dark. You know, my teacher last night, I'm taking a creative writing class, and she started with sunlight streaming across her face. So there's also like direct light, like too much light, it gets shadowy, right? So you don't want that either. You really want flat light, indirect sunlight. So she had the light streaming on her face, and then by the end of the class, she was completely in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm going to send a link to this show to my daughter, all to their schools. To
Oh, great. Yes, please.
So maybe they could share it with their teachers. You know,
Absolutely. I'm happy to help.
Absolutely. So, Alyssa, quick question for you, which I'm sure people want to know. How far away, how much of you should you show? Because I know when it comes to your headshot photography, you do all different types of things. You can do close-up, you can do half body, you can do full. For this, what is your recommendation?
My recommendation is like chest up. Again, like I think about what I wear, and sometimes, you know, this yellow shirt has a higher neck, but look at the high neck versus a low neck. A low neck is always going to be more flattering. It takes your eye from here to here versus if this was a crew neck, look what it does to me, right? It's a totally different thing. Yep. So, you know, I like to see kind of like from here up, but not too far away, because the further you are, kind of like I lose my impact a little bit, or maybe not so bad from here. Actually, that's not so bad. Like from here, but I like to like fill the face. I think as long as we're not doing this, right? Again,
or this.
Like I could go like this right now.
But
That's
holding
not
the
useful.
camera, when people have their camera on their desk, now listen, I will tell you, if you have work to do, it's kind of annoying to be typing up here. Like it's hard to type when the camera is lifted. I totally get it. But at the same time, when your camera is down on your desk, it looks like this. And this is not like, this is not attractive.
Mhm.
And as in my headshots, I always say, like, when your nose is, when your head is up, we see your neck, we see up your nose, and your eyes get squinty. So
Yeah.
eye contact.
All right, got it.
Love
These
it.
are some amazing tips. So you'll work with both of us, and then hopefully everyone will see our transformation in our home studios.
Yes, I can't wait.
Awesome. So thank you, Alyssa. So everybody will look in the comments section for links for how to book with Alyssa. And the first 5, I think she said, will be complimentary. So she's giving away freebies, 5.
How can they find you?
She's going to put a Calendly link. You can go right into the calendar and book a session. It will generate a Zoom link. And otherwise, you can find me on LinkedIn at Alyssa Peek. That's Peek with 2 E's, or peekphotography.nyc, or Alyssa at peekphotography.nyc. But you can put all that in your text. How's that?
Thank you so much for being our very first
Thank you, Alyssa.
segment, Tip Tuesday.
Joan and Priya.
Okay, thanks. Have a great day. And everyone, please stay safe.
Thank you.
So much.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.